going on, family? It's your boy Zay back at it again. I'm outside in nature with it. You dig? Getting some sunlight. What's spiritual soldiers say? Gazer. But nah, for real though. I wanted to talk about nature in this video and just how beautiful nature really is and how much we take it for granted. You feel me? And majority of the reason for that being because we've given so much energy to these artificial systems that's been set up on top of nature. And it's just a shame just because we get so blinded and caught up in this everyday matrix that we never really get a time to stop, sit, be still, and appreciate nature for what it is, bro. Alright. When I tell people that nature was the first form of technology, they really can't understand that because we're so reliant on modern day technology and how we run things today. But nature was the first form of technology. Microchips. If you haven't known, if you don't know this yet, microchips are made from sand. You know what I'm saying? That's why in Silicon Valley that they base their operation where they base it at for a reason, because you literally make microchips from sand. Nature is the first form of technology. But when we do and when I say we, I'm saying as a collective. We're all part of the same collective conscious. Now we're not all the same on the genetic DNA level, but we all adapt to the same collective conscious in the same environments around us. So when you give energy to these artificial things and just things and such like being in buildings all day. Melanated people, just speaking towards my people per se, from what I know about my genes and my DNA, the sun is our power source, our generator. So us being in buildings all day can't be what's the word I'm looking for? Ideal for our genetic makeup. Speaking just scientific research, it can't be ideal for our genetic makeup, us being in buildings all day. Now, it'd be a different thing if we had buildings that maximize natural light. But majority of the buildings that we're in closed off buildings. I'm sitting across looking at, I'm not going to show you the school, but I'm sitting across looking at the school right now, and it's brick, like it's nothing but brick. It got a couple windows here and there, but majority of the building is brick. The top of it, no windows, no openings on top of it, none of that. So buildings today don't maximize natural light, which is unnatural. And I'm gonna get into that in a later video, talking about how things are natural versus things that we've normalized. Being in buildings all day with no natural light is not natural. First off, like our ancestors was majority of the time always outside. So my thing is, if we are going to be in these buildings, we need to find ways and get into architecture that maximize sunlight. Maximize natural light, and that's something I've been researching and looking at. I've been reading a book on it that talks about. Well, it's a couple books, but I've only started on one. Where it talks about maximizing light in architecture. With building buildings or even designing buildings. I just want to have the knowledge of how to efficiently implement natural lighting into buildings, because I never know, I might, speaking to existence, I am gonna have to be in that position to where I have buildings and whatnot. So I want to be in a place where anybody who is in that building can work at their at an optimal level, because they're in an environment that's being exposed to natural light and getting that sunlight, so they're not feeling like they're a robot clamped into these buildings all day, no natural light. These artificial filaments of light that we under all day can't compare to sunlight, bro. Can't compare to sunlight, So that's just one thing. It's just things that we've come so accustomed to have blinded us from the beauty of nature. But like just me being out here, just me being under the sun, bro, I get a natural high just being under the sun, just sitting out in nature, just observing, just being, bro, just being. I had to check the audio real quick to make sure. I had to listen to the video real quick, make sure I wasn't screaming in y'all ears, because I know I got the mic right here. I was just trying to make sure I wasn't too loud. But like I was saying, man, we don't really appreciate nature how we should. Granted, because we're so caught up in this loop, in this artificial system. You know what I'm saying? It always comes back to this system that we're being looped into, bro. You know, and many people don't find comfortability in this artificial looping system just because they found a little bit of success. Like, I'm the type of person, it don't matter how many dollars I accumulate, any of that, I'm still gonna be talking against this system, bro. Cause I'm on the type of time, like, I mean, if everybody else want to keep playing shit, I got no choice but to keep playing. You know what I'm saying? I get to a point when I'm wealthy, I'll be on the same type of time. Like, if y'all want to keep playing shit, I got to keep playing too. But whenever y'all ready to shut this bit down, let me know. At that point, whenever that happens, I don't care how much amount of money I have, it's up with me. I'll be one of the few people with having racks telling people, bro, we can shut this system down, this whole capitalistic system down whenever y'all want. So if I ain't looking at my pockets, why y'all looking at y'all pockets? That's the type of time I'm on. But, bro, I'm just out here really observing nature and just, it's so peaceful, man. And we say the world isn't peaceful. And this goes back to the whole worldly concept. The planet is peaceful, but this world is not, because we've created this world. We got to understand what worldly things are, things that we've created, things that are not natural. Like this line behind me, these wire lines, bro. It's ways to have connection and connection through phones and towers without these wires. It's ways. It's ancient technology that we still can't understand today. So when people really be thinking we're so advanced in technology, but we can't even understand certain things that ancient civilizations were doing in terms of technology. Using majority time nature, we can't even understand those things. So I'll be asking people, how are we that advanced if we can't even understand civilizations technology years and years and years ago? We're not as advanced as we think we are, bro. They just mask it up in a certain way that, oh, the new iPhone came out, we're so advanced. The technology that our ancestors had in ancient time that they don't want to tell us or show us, bro, they've been ahead, bro. We were creating things at a much higher level back then, dog. The things we create now is baby stuff to what we was creating back then. Even if you just go look at the pyramids and how they were created, bro, that's high level technology. Pyramids wasn't just created just to look pretty and all. The pyramids were strategically aligned with nature to activate technology within nature. Pyramids were initially and purposely aligned with the sun to activate certain things, to align with certain things, to align with certain energies. You know, we were creating at such a higher level, bro, because we were in tune with nature. We knew what things to do within nature. We knew what things what not to do within nature. But when you let people who weren't naturally in tune with nature come in and implement their systems, we lose touch of that. And the whole energy on the planet changes because we're in a disbalance right now. So that's why you see so many people kind of seeing through the veil of certain things, because it's like something ain't right. Even people who religious, it's just like they even know like something ain't right no more. It don't feel right. It don't feel right. Even people in the industries, in these different industries, they know just something ain't right, bro. It's just because we're in balance on this earth right now, bro. The original beings on this planet, the original leaders on this planet, aren't in their original position. So therefore, everything else is going to be in imbalance. The ecosystem, nature, everything else. Because the protectors of this planet, of this realm, is not in the hierarchy position that they're supposed to be in. And like I said before, no one is better than anybody else, but there is a hierarchy on this planet. The same way it is in the wild, in nature. It's a hierarchy to the ecosystem. It's the same with us, bro. It's a hierarchy, bro. And when that hierarchy gets flipped on its head, everything becomes disembalanced. You got to think, the people who were meant to be at the top of the hierarchy fell to the bottom. So how, like, you got to think how drastic of a change that is. You got to know that flips everything on its head. That changes everything, you know. So we just got to start getting back in knowing the importance of nature, and it's steps and layers to it. But the first step is just getting back into nature, getting into the sun, knowing what the sun does for your melanin. Your sun activates your melanin, literally. The most important thing for each and every one of my days is to get sunlight. If I don't get sunlight, it's like for some people, that's like, for me not getting sunlight, that's like for some people not making money for other people. That's how important melanin is my currency gain for the day. Because when you understand the things and the changes that are taking place, it's like, it's hard to explain unless you really know. You know, because if you're not really in an understanding of it, it all just seems like, you know, fairy tale talk or whatnot. But they've conditioned us to think that things that are actually possible are impossible. Like this is a realm of endless possibilities, but they've closed our minds and confined it to only the things that we know within this artificial matrix system that they've created. So if you can't think outside this artificial system, you're going to believe that there's limited possibilities on this realm, because you're still in that realm of thinking. And until you break away from that paradigm, you'll never really understand that there are endless possibilities. Like, nature is a blessing, bro. And we treat it like it's... That's why if you ever been around me, you know, like, I don't like it when people litter. Like, it shit gets on my nerves. I be damn near wanting to, like, cuss people out. Even, like, my homeboys, or, like, I really be hot. Like, bro, if you don't litter around me, bro, I really don't like that shit at all. Because it's like, bro, because I feel... How I take this planet, I feel like I'm a protector of this planet. I know my divine position and my divine, you know, place on this planet. So I move as such. You know, I don't litter. I like going out in nature. It's just certain things like that, man. And even things like seeing a bunch of trees get cut down, that don't be hurting my heart sometimes. Because it's like, when you get that deep feeling with nature, bro, it's just like certain things just don't sit right with you no more, bro. You know, watching people hunt animals, that shit don't sit right with me, bro. It's just, I don't know, you just become so in tune with nature. You have a level of sensitivity with nature as well. It's a hawk. I think it's a hawk or a falcon flying over my head. I'm gonna tell you this. Almost every time I'm sitting somewhere talking or sitting down somewhere or driving somewhere, I see either one or two hawks or falcons flying over my car, flying over my head, or in the vicinity, bro. And I already looked up the spiritual meanings behind that. So that's kind of why how I found my who I kind of was on a spiritual level. I'll probably get on that until a later video. But man, yeah, I'm gonna close this out before I get on this workout, bro. Start doing your research on certain things. Start spending time in nature. Just be in nature sometimes. Get out the house. If you ain't got nothing to do it a certain day, and the sun out, and if the sun out, bro, go sit in the sun, bro. And if you know me, I've been telling people to do this for the longest, especially through the summertime. Y'all thought it was hot this past summer? You might not gonna be able to come out of the house next summer. No cap. No cap. You gotta understand, regardless if you got melanin or not, you have to train your melanin to absorb these UV index rays, bro. This is like, even just this falcon flying, or this hawk flying over my head. It's two of them now, bro. Can y'all see him? Can y'all see him? Right there. That's one. What the other one? I don't know what the other one went, but bro, happens all the time, bro. Just can y'all see him? It's only one. Oh, it's two right there. See? Just stuff like that, bro, be, you know what I'm saying? It allows you to appreciate the things of nature, bro, when you really in tune with it, man. You able to see things for what they are. But like I was saying, man, if you ain't got nothing to do a certain day, bro, just get out in nature, bro. Chill. Take your girl up, bro. Fellas, bro. If you want to stand out, bro, take your girl out into nature, bro. On a nice sunny day, you know, it's about 50, 54, 55 degrees today. Nice smooth little day. Take her out into nature, vibe, chill. Don't be on no sexual talk, none of that, bro. Just enjoy the moment. Just be still. She gonna rock with you so much more, bro. Just for you to be able to be in that environment and just absorb it. You ain't even gotta talk a lot, bro. If she wanna talk, you know you. But don't even put her in a position where she feel like she gotta talk. Just be out in nature and absorb it and be still, man. I'm telling you, bro. And you start gaining a different level of peace when you're able to sit out in nature and be still and be one with it. Because we are nature, bro. We are nature. Like I said in the previous video, the compound base of, or the foundational base of melanin, the foundational base in melanin is carbon. Carbon is in everything, or almost in everything on this planet. Carbon is the king of all elements. So therefore, we are nature. So start becoming one with nature, man. Get back acquainted with nature. Get back to your roots, man. They done pulled us away from our roots, being in this artificial system, you know. And the main way to break away from the artificial system is to break away from the love of the money that runs this artificial system. You know, use it as a tool. You know, or appreciate it, but don't be in love with something that's outside of you. Don't love something more than you love nature, because none of this stuff would exist without nature. These artificial systems run off of the foundation of nature. These artificial systems can't exist without nature. If nature just said, all right, F this, I'm tearing everything up, what can we do? What can these systems do? Nothing. So Mother Nature is being graceful in allowing these, you know what I'm saying, allowing these things to happen, and you know, giving people a chance to, like, hey, if y'all don't fix this, I'm gonna come through and y'all ain't gonna like it. So which is why I'm trying to tell people, like, hey, we might want to take this into our own hand before Mother Nature, you know, take it into her hands and like, all right, I gave y'all a chance, now it's my turn. So I'm just here trying to help restore balance on this planet. Yeah, man. I'm out. Peace.